But that doesn't make me very happy in the sense, because fighting a patent, I know, I think the professors who are dealing with this area may be knowing better than me. The cost involved in challenging a patent, to my information, if it is in the US, runs from, I think, 10 million rupees to 100 million rupees, which is a huge cost. And the time involved in litigation is the time which is time lost, and the pilot who is holding the patent may be making profit during that period of time. So these are the examples to establish my point. Next. Now, I have listed some data which is not quite new data, with Professor Scott's permission. Around 2000, US had 5,000 patents, and around 2,000 patents contain Indian knowledge, traditional knowledge or biodiversity material. And you can well imagine how much capital formation the patent holder may be doing there on the basis of the knowledge, IPR knowledge, which belongs to entirely different society and the communities. So this is the serious point I want to make. Taking cognizance of this situation, India took measures, but it will prove counterproductive. India tried to make a digital library of its traditional knowledge. But still I believe the moment the traditional knowledge, which is a huge knowledge in any traditional society, when it will become public, I think instead of arresting piracy will increase. That is my apprehension. This data belongs to 2000, now this is 2009. You can very well imagine how much maybe the percentage of patents in US which may be based on the Asian pirated knowledge. And you can well imagine how much the capital formation which may be taking place on the basis of this knowledge, which precisely do not belong to them. It belongs to the societies which are getting no benefits out of that. So I will just give you the brief profile of Indian biodiversity. This digital library which we had prepared has served 65% of the land area, 35% remains. And we have noticed the data which has been created. It is mostly on the recorded knowledge, as the traditional knowledge is concerned. But on the ground species existing levels as well, which runs around 30 million pages. And if we take cognizance of the traditional knowledge which is being handed over from generation to generation, which lies with the society orally, it may be more than additional 30 million pages. So you can very well imagine the traditional societies, which incidentally are not considered to be progressive societies. To my understanding, they are the most scientific society, given the volume of the knowledge they have. And traditional knowledge is not a orthodox knowledge; it is a scientific knowledge, and it is being proved by the incidence of its being stolen and being marketed by seeking patents in Western countries. So this is the resources involved in creating the database. The volume of some particulars of the database is given in this slide, and I have already made my point that the national and the international regimes are not protecting the traditional and the biodiversity, intellectual property rights of the communities. And one more point I want to make here, that the Indian Patent Regime and the Indian Biodiversity Act and the Indian Breeders Act incidentally do not protect the community's right in that, including as far the Breeders Act is concerned, there is no protection at all. And this is a free, India is one of the largest biodiversity holding community as far as the cultivated biodiversity is concerned. So free for looting for anybody and everybody. The kind of regime the Indian legislature has created. So now, what is required to be done? I have just pointed out the serious problem with respect to the rights of the communities, IPR rights of the communities in traditional knowledge and biodiversity. I think the following three legislative measures has to be taken in order to safeguard these interests. For example, we have to cultivate regulation which has to be traditional knowledge centric, not the prospectant centric of the communities. And we have to cultivate models. I'm not saying that the IPR rights of the community should not be commercialized. They should be, but the communities must get due share. So benefit sharing models has to be created. And they have to be institutionalized. Along with, I have listed in 3 slides which the quick administrative action may be taken. I can skip those slides because of the time constraints. So you can skip. I propose 10 administrative measures. Yes. So why we should protect IP rights of the communities in traditional and biodiversity? 2 reasons: moral reasons and economic reasons. If law doesn't subscribe to moral standards, I think that's not a valid law. Therefore, moral compels the rights which we use, the IPRs which we use, the holders must be compensated. It is economically efficient because if we share the benefits with the communities of the IPRs which the prospectants they use, their preservation and promotion shall be ensured and it shall be more cost effective. So for both the reasons, which is in the interest of the prospectants as well,